global investments into artificial intelligence have already surpassed $1 trillion, and in the next decade, its contribution to the world economy may reach $7 trillion. Here in Astana, the future isn't just discussed, it is built. The Digital Bridge Forum 2025 has turned the city into the tech capital of Central Asia. Technology, policy, and ambition came together under one roof, a showcase of how Kazakhstan envisions its digital future. This year's forum brought together more than 30,000 participants, over 100 investors and business angels, more than 400 speakers, and 130 startups and IT companies from more than 30 countries, making it the largest tech event in Central Eurasia. As part of the forum, government agencies, major companies, international tech parks, and other organizations signed 41 agreements aimed at advancing IT innovation and digital development. The first day of the forum opened with a plenary session with remarks delivered by President of Kazakhstan Kassym-Jomart Tokayev and world-renowned tech policymakers, experts, and entrepreneurs. Addressing the gathering, Tokayev highlighted the need for a responsible and just use of artificial intelligence, the need to develop the AI code in Kazakhstan, and the opportunities delivered by the Alem.ai International Center. Addressing global leaders, innovators, and entrepreneurs, he outlined Kazakhstan's ambitious plan to become fully digital in the next 3 years. He urged the world to ensure that AI remains a force for peace and equality. Tokayev also pointed to major milestones shaping Kazakhstan's digital future: a new Ministry for Artificial Intelligence and Digital Development, the country's first AI Council, and landmark AI legislation, currently before Parliament. Next is the Digital Code, which will establish the legal framework for everything from governance and education to healthcare and the economy.
There are ongoing debates on the responsibility in the field of AI. Issues like the establishment of common regulatory frameworks and the guarantee of equal access for all countries to advanced technologies and resources take center stage in global discussions. Our task is to direct these new technologies for the benefit of humanity as key drivers of progress and cooperation.
Tokayev called the establishment of Kazakhstan's first research-based AI university a historic milestone. He also announced the launch of the Alem.ai International Center for Artificial Intelligence, envisioned as a factory of ideas and innovations and a global hub for ethical AI solutions.
Тағы бір мәселе, озық технологияларды қолдану бір жағынан пайдалы және тиімді болғанымен, екінші жағынан сын қатері де аз емес. Сондықтан жасанды интеллектіні пайдалану үшін тиісті заңнамалық негіз қалыптастыру аса өзекті міндет. Бұл бағытта біраз жұмыс істелді, әлі де істеліп жатыр.
This year's edition is biggest in the history of the forum and taking place under the topic of Generative Nation. It reflects Kazakhstan's bold vision to be not just a consumer of technology, but a creator and competing on the world stage. While Kazakhstan is racing to embrace the digital future, experts say the real engine of progress will be people, especially young entrepreneurs brave enough to take risks.
I think AI is the hottest area, most exciting area in the world, and Kazakhstan should encourage more young people to do startups in AI. So I think having a hub, such as the Astana hub, become the destination where there's a lot of assistance in areas that are non-technical but still crucial to the company's execution is important.
Building companies with vision, resilience, and long-term ambition is what will help Kazakhstan produce its first unicorns. Dr. Lee says Kazakhstan's startup ecosystem must aim high to build not just profitable companies, but global unicorns that inspire others to dream bigger. Drawing on his experience in China, he noted that success stories create role models, and that embracing failure as part of the journey is essential for real growth.
When I started Innovation Ventures, the biggest inspiration to young entrepreneurs is a role model. So that Jack Ma was that role model at that time. Of course, now there are many others. So you need to instill a culture that is appropriate for risk-taking. And I think people from traditional industries might affiliate a failure with a startup not succeeding. We have to understand failure is the normal outcome. Huge success is the unusual, exceptional outcome. So we must not treat people who did not succeed as failures. We must give people a second chance. The best lessons in entrepreneurship is just like the best lessons in life, not learned from success, but from failures. And by the way, we shouldn't call them failures.
From fintech to AI, from student coders to world investors, this is where ideas collide, and the next big thing might be in one of these booths. At the Digital Bridge, innovation wasn't just discussed, it walked and even waved. Meet Amidet Taufik, a young robotics engineer and founder of Bulan, a startup dedicated to building electric transport solutions, from wheelchairs for people with disabilities to electric longboards, bikes and scooters. Together with Ustam, they're developing a humanoid robot. Taufik's team is also planning to expand to the new Alem.ai center. These robots can seem very frightening at first glance, but some of the robots are actually helping people.
Today at Digital Bridge, we brought our Unity humanoid robot that can calibrate the movements of the hands and the fingers of the user. So the idea is to give a chance for disabled people on the wheelchairs to have a robotic humanoid assistant. So the idea is, and the concept of working is the disabled person on a wheelchair wears VR glasses, and via that VR glasses, it's calibrating all movements of the hand, fingers, and the robot can work in the industry, work in a shachty, work in a remote area. So the person who's using can remotely control it, and it will give a chance for the disabled people to have a work and to replace dangerous works for person, for example, like firefighting or radioactive materials and etc.
Did you already have a real test, real world application?
No, this is the first time we are showcasing our capability of the robots. I hope that after Digital Bridge, we will show for the industries, and we can collaborate with them, with ERG or other big companies, and replace dangerous working environment by controlling the robots.
Are you based in Astana or?
Yeah, we are based in Astana, and my team, I and my team, we are located in Nazarbayev University. Also, we are hoping to locate in Alem.ai. We were yesterday in opening of Alem.ai, and we showcase our robots there too. This is one of the robots that has a dexterous hand with 5 fingers.
If I say hi, it will say hi to me back, right?
Yep.
Can I try?
Yeah.
Okay. Shall I do? Oh my god.
Yeah. This is just the basic movements.
Yeah.
And over there we have boxing robots. And after a while we will turn on the dancing robots, so they will be dancing.
And those are dogs, right?
Yeah, they are robot dogs. So there is several concepts of introducing robots into the industry. So the robot dogs can deliver med-aid or can explore unexplored areas. So we are saving the firefighters or MCS guys' lives.
If the future of AI is written by people, then it begins in classrooms. And as it continues to reshape industries, one of the biggest questions remains: how will it transform education? In Kazakhstan, universities are already rethinking how students learn, teachers teach, and knowledge is assessed.
AI is no longer a futuristic concept, and it already becomes an integral part of education in Kazakhstan. And I see this impact in 2 ways. First, we are now training the next generation of computational specialists and program engineers, software engineers. And in our case, in Aktobe, in partnership with Hürriyet University, we are implementing a curriculum which already includes core subjects such as artificial intelligence, intelligent agents, and machine learning. And I believe that this next generation of engineers will go on to further develop and advance AI technologies. And second, the national AI Astana project, launched by the Ministry of Higher Education and Science, is now bringing foundational AI knowledge to all of our students, regardless of their major. And the students are now gaining access to different courses, and in the next stage they will be getting courses in programming and entrepreneurship. And the most talented students, of course, will receive some funding to launch their AI-driven startups.
The nation's real opportunity might not be in building giant AI systems, but in cultivating AI literacy, preparing both specialists and non-specialists to use it wisely and responsibly.
I believe that if we ignore AI and if we don't incorporate it into our everyday teaching practice, we run the risk of students misusing it. That's why I think universities now must take a very active role in guiding students and helping them to use AI as a very powerful tool in supporting their learning, critical thinking, not as a replacement for it. And of course, we are encouraging our faculty members to incorporate AI into their everyday teaching practices as a tool. First, faculty members should themselves model a responsible use of AI and, of course, use it to enhance student engagement.
As universities embrace AI, maintaining academic integrity remains a top priority. In some cases, institutions are even returning to traditional pen and paper exams, closely supervised to ensure fairness and prevent misuse of AI tools.
We don't have all the answers now, but I believe that AI has a huge potential as a tool to help us to reduce the gap between urban and rural students, and as a very powerful tool to personalize teaching and learning and help us to more be adaptive to student individual needs.
The dialogue around digital transformation didn't end there. It extended into the world of blockchain and digital finance, where Kazakhstan is exploring one of its boldest ideas, the creation of state crypto reserve. Experts say the creation of national crypto reserves could mark a key step in integrating blockchain into state finance and signaling confidence to global investors.
A lot of countries and big corporations already consider crypto as a reserve assets. It's not yet currency and not legal kind of tender, but some of the digital assets already do consider as a kind of digital gold, because the volatility is not that high, the price discovery is more or less predictable, and the overall capitalization is already kind of high enough or big enough for states and big corporations to consider that as a reserve asset. So I think for Kazakhstan it's also an important part, especially as we pledge ourselves as being a digital economy. Kind of digital should be in every part of the country, every part of the economic sector. And from that point of view, I guess it's very, very important that we do stay on that, that we do create crypto reserves and we diversify our state portfolio.
Binance is ready to support the project by providing both infrastructure and expertise.
We signal the global market that we are a digital economy and we are open to new investors, because these investors are a bit different. And I think for them it's very important that state first put the trust, state put the skin in the game, let's say, and that could attract a lot of investments and a lot of new talent and a lot of new technology, innovation, etc., which I think very important for us as a country, right?
The key question is whether Kazakhstan can turn its ambition into reality. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories from the Astana Times. Until next time.